Is it showtime? Ah, we are live. Welcome to In the Paint, the realest talk in sports. My name is Rodney Jones. I'm your host slash moderator. Joining me, I can't believe it, a blast from the past. How long has it been, brother? It's been months since we've been graced by the presence of the great Max 611, aka DJ Groove Killer. What's happening, brother?
I'm good. I'm glad to be back. Watch that Groove Killer stuff because I might be in rare form tonight. But no,
Yeah,
it's great to be back. I had a lot going on,
for sure.
family
For sure.
wise and work wise, and
Okay.
just a lot going on. But
Okay.
I'm here.
All
I'm
right.
ready to jibber jabber with you fools, and
Well,
let's get it
besides
cracking.
outside of the fool's comment, um, you got some people here that's joining us tonight. We got our brother Jay. Jay, welcome to In the Paint. Welcome. Hopefully all is well. How you doing, brother?
What's good, my brothers? Good man.
Right. No doubt. No doubt.
I'm one of the biggest fools right there, so that's okay. I'm
and
right though.
speaking and speaking of fools, now let me stop. I'm not gonna get on today. My man David Sanford is here. Welcome, David. Thank you for tuning in,
What's
join
up, D?
us.
What's up? What's up, brothers? How you doing?
Ain't
All right.
nothing, man. Are you
What's
guys
up?
shocked to see this man, Mr. Max 611, back on In the Paint?
Yeah, man. As soon as I hit the green room and I saw who was on, I was like, "Whoa, am I seeing correctly? Oh, is this the old footage or something?"
He's so old.
That's yo. I'm telling you, I was like And
He
here's
said
the
you look
funny thing.
younger. That's what he's saying. He said you look younger.
See,
Look,
Jay always got my back.
got you, brother.
Nah, no doubt, no doubt. But here's the funny thing, guys. The funny thing is, yo, this guy, he had text me. He said, I'm ready to go. This is like about 8:35, 8:40. I was like, damn, son, you really trying to come back for strong and hard, ain't you?
All
Jeez,
right.
you ready?
Yeah.
So you gotta
You
come
know
No,
what
back.
I mean?
no glitches, man. No,
Well,
no,
don't speak
no,
too
no.
early.
Uh
Yeah.
Don't speak too
Shut
early.
up.
Don't jinx
Shut up.
yourself.
No, don't
Don't
be like.
jinx yourself.
Is that
Okay?
one of
Don't
your
get
birthday wishes?
you
Thank you, David. Thank
Yeah.
you.
word. How come he gets that? My birthday's in May coming up. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
In May,
May.
where? Yeah.
My time is now. Saturday was my
Saturday.
birthday.
Saturday. Yeah.
True.
Thank
Hope you
y'all.
had a blessed
But
one. Hope you had a
Yeah.
definitely
blessed one,
again,
brother.
yeah. Word up.
thank you to everybody out there on Facebook and Twitter.
Hmm.
Thank y'all all for the birthday wishes. My family texting me, my
Absolutely.
brothers texting me,
Word.
my sisters texting me and hitting me up, messaging me. I appreciate the love. Thank you.
Hmm.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely.
You already know the
Many
deal.
more.
So, with that being said, let's get into this. This is gonna be kind of funny. This right here, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen,
man.
this is a Mac 611 right here. This is a Mac 611 exclusive. I saw this as a topic tonight, and immediately I knew where this young brother was gonna go.
Oh.
I already know he's gonna flame one of the participants on stage. If you follow Max 611, and by the way, you had me crying.
Yeah. He was killing me.
Yeah.
Yesterday. I was
Killing
in
me.
tears. I was in tears. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was
Killing me.
like, yo, I can't. I was laughing hysterically last night because of Max 611 and his take. With that being said,
Word.
you want to go first on this,
Yes.
or you want to?
Let's
Yes.
get it.
Listen, we know
Please.
50 likes to troll people. He's sort of disrespectful to a lot of people. So, brother, you can't come on stage looking. You wasn't 50. You was flabby.
He said you.
I mean, he looked like he had a baby in there, full
Mm,
term, I
Oh
think, in the
mm.
shoot.
guttage part, and he has some saggy B cups, and he had the headband on
Right.
because his head is swollen, so he's not Jadakiss, he's Headicus.
Wow.
Oh shoot.
Damn, that's messed up, man. That's foul, son. That's foul, man.
Hey,
But
listen, you bring that energy. You always clowning people.
mhm.
bruh, put a shirt on. I didn't need to see that. I didn't need to see the cottage cheese around the arms.
That was
Wow.
sweet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But all in all, the show, I know a lot of people like this was the greatest show ever. It wasn't the greatest show ever. It was a good show.
hmm
I'm glad Dre is back to health, because Dr. Dre had a stroke
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
a while back, and Mary was good. She didn't do what she normally does. Jay, I ain't coming for you, girl.
Mm.
I enjoyed Snoop. I enjoyed the dancers.
Mhm.
Eminem was hot. I didn't.
Mhm.
We didn't get to see enough of Kendrick Lamar though. Maybe because he's a newer artist and everybody else is older, more established as hip hop royalty. But it was a good show.
Right. I agree. The funny thing, man. Well, I shouldn't even say funny thing. Like I told Mac before the show started, I didn't even watch the bowl. To be honestly, I was mostly counting on my notifications from my sports app, and that was about it. But I got a pretty good feel of how the game went. But in regards to this halftime show, man, because I watched it on YouTube, it was like Max said, it was a good show. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, David, I'm glad you're on with us. I'll make a reference to what your son had said, about it being years too late.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
I agree.
And I agree with your son totally. It's a shame. You know what really bugged me out too? Because I never even realized it, but hip hop has never had this platform before in the Super Bowl.
No.
I could have sworn I've seen it somewhere before.
There's been artists, but not headlining.
Yeah.
Right.
Right, yeah, there you go.
Right.
You understand? And it's just like you said, what they weren't headlining. I was like, wow, I never realized that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we've had artists on before, but they wasn't the headliners.
Yeah, they had
They had their,
Missy.
yeah.
Yeah.
They had their little guest spots or whatnot. But headlining, I was like, oh, okay. So that was kind of cool. Let's call it for what it is. It's historic. You know what I'm saying? As far as them being headliners, it wasn't, and it took the front, front stage. They took the headline thing, and I thought that was pretty cool. They all did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Even 50 with his hefty self. I said, yo, you looking kind of thick, bro. I'm like, dude. I'm like, what's happening here? Because when I first saw him, and he's hanging upside down or whatnot, and I'm looking, I'm like,
Hefty.
I'm just like, well,
all I hear is like 50, hefty.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
Exactly.
Yo, who said he looked like Lavelle Crawford though?
Snap.
That was hilarious, bro.
That was cold blooded.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was cool.
No, let me just say that when he was hanging upside down and they panned in, I didn't initially know where it was. And it kind of looked like, Lavelle has lost some weight. So it kind of looked like Lavelle Crawford hanging upside down.
That was hilarious.
And then I looked and I said, oh, that's 50.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, brother. It was crazy, man. Because I was like, I'm looking at him. I said, and when you first have like that initial, when something is not right.
Yeah.
But you don't zero in on it right away. So then when he's right, he's about being regular and doing this song. I'm like, oh, whoa, okay. I can zero in on this. I see what it is. That's why kind of like my spidey sense was going off. Like, yo, what the hell is wrong with this guy? And you see how big he got. Well, we what that's from? That's from the Power universe. That's that Power universe money. He getting that stars money. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him.
How many shows does he have on?
Like 4. He got 4.
They finished Power. Power's finished.
Right.
Power Book 2, Power Book 3, and Power Book 4. He got 3 shows going in different seasons. So
okay.
Yeah.
He has a total of 4. But go ahead.
Right. And I'm not mad at him about that because hey, a lot of people, our shade and other people and women who wouldn't be working now, they're working behind the camera,
exactly,
in front of the camera. So it's a win-win. Even though I know some people don't like the genre,
right?
It is what it is. He's sort of he's doing what Tyler Perry is not.
Exactly. I was going to say
He
that.
has
Yeah.
a niche product.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
I like the power. I like the power show. So
Well,
Yeah.
I gotta give him credit
I'm
because
not
at
mad
least
at it either.
you brought back what's his name into the limelight, so to speak, as a working actor, Jeffrey Owens.
That's right.
You
right,
understand?
That's right.
So
Sure
Mhm.
did.
I'm not mad
right.
at that. I was like, oh wow, you know what I'm saying?
After all
So,
that bullshit
And
he had
Jeffrey
to go
Owens
through.
was working with
Exactly.
Tyler Perry as well. He had a
Right.
recurring
Yeah.
character on one of his shows. So
I love it.
Right.
You know,
Right. We need more platforms for
Mhm.
people. I want to just go back to the show.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it.
yeah,
It wasn't the greatest, like some people are saying. I still think Prince.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and then of course Michael Jackson
Mhm.
performances. But for what it was, it didn't disappoint.
Mhm.
From my end, I thought the performances were good. I thought that the just the whole staging. I like the
Yeah.
how they set it up to look like Compton, look like L.A. and
Mhm.
and so I wasn't looking for anything in particular from it, but I didn't leave it saying they dropped the ball or something like that. I think they did what they needed to do.
Right.
They um I'm sure there was part of America that was like, who are they and
Huh.
what is this? But
It's
I
stupid.
thought that there was nothing that I could say they failed at or they didn't do well,
Mhm.
or some people want to jump on, of course, uh the kneeling, the
Mm.
uh Dre not removing lyrics about the police, saying I still got no love for police,
Mhm.
and of course Snoop, they didn't want him to have any flag, and he came out in a whole suit. So
He was the flag,
and yeah, he was, and then he crip walked all over
Yes, he
and,
did.
the
and he
stadium,
took a
and he
took a
threw
yeah,
toe.
and he
yes,
threw
he
the C
did.
up,
That's
and he
right,
threw
he
the
did.
C
He
up
did all of that. So
Mhm.
I say bravo, good job.
because this was
For
wilding.
sure. For
Screw
sure.
the NFL. You put them
Yeah.
out there, and they did what they do.
That's it.
Mary was good. She fell out at the end.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
but I say bravo. I was entertained, and
Yeah.
usually I don't watch the halftime show because a lot of times it's too Hollywood and too
Mhm.
glitzy. I thought that this did what I hoped it would do, and that was entertain me.
Definitely. Well said. Well said. Um, Jay, what are your some impressions, especially with your girl, MJB?
all right. In the words of the mayor rapper, it was alright. It was alright.
Is that
You know what I'm saying? It was alright. That's alright.
it
No, it
was
was alright.
alright, right?
I mean,
Okay.
No, it's funny. Matt Rapper went to high school with me.
that's
Oh,
funny.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Okay.
Who that?
Okay.
D
That's
dot.
crazy.
D
yeah.
dot's the mayor
Derek
rapper,
D.
right?
Angeletti. Shout out
Yeah.
Tilden Blue Devils.
Okay.
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 All
I
right.
feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right. Peace.
I gotta tell
Um.
you. Oh, go
I'm,
ahead, Jay. I'm sorry. No, go
oh no.
ahead.
I just want to say. You know what I was hoping? I was hoping he brought out Corrupting Daz.
Yeah,
Mm.
or
I
Ice
just.
Cube and MC Ren.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, that would have
maybe
been
there was
nice.
some kind of disagreement before or something. Like,
Mhm.
maybe they didn't really agree. I'm hoping that they reached out to these brothers, but or
Right.
maybe they refused. But
Right.
what I didn't understand, and it's cool because it's hip hop, it's good. They had the platform. I
Mhm.
just didn't understand how it all tied in. Like you got all these different people, and I thought it was going to be more of like a West Coast type of thing. And I mean, like I said, it did its job for what it was.
Okay.
But I was expecting a little bit more, and I think Mary was there for like, I know it was like on some subliminal shit maybe, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I think she just need her own show. She got two. Her catalog is too large.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
That's
actually,
this is true.
Dre's catalog is large. Snoop's
Mhm.
catalog is large.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Mary kind of blends all that together. with the hip hop, the R&B, you know, rap. You can
Mhm.
have all that. You can have guests on that. I just feel like, you know, I'm biased also because I love Mary, but
Of
I feel like, you
course.
know, she was just there. Yeah, y'all
Okay.
know, you know how much I love her.
Okay. Okay.
I just
Well,
it was like, oh, here you go, Mary. Just get that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I don't know.
Well,
Okay.
yeah,
That's how I
yeah.
feel.
They
That's how I
didn't
feel.
even 50 Cent didn't really, and Kendrick Lamar really weren't there as well. You know, it was
Yeah. I mean, Kendrick, I don't know. I liked his performance. It was cool. I didn't understand the whole blonde thing. I don't know what they was trying to do with that. Maybe it was
Hmm.
something behind it.
Right.
Yeah. That threw me too. When I saw the blonde, I thought Eminem was coming on.
Mm.
right.
I
I
sort of
just
like Media Man. I thought it like that Robert
that's
Townsend.
exactly
You know
what
what I'm saying?
it did look like media,
Did
man.
you just say media, man? Really?
No,
Yeah,
you're
like that
right.
Robert. I swear to God, that's what I thought of
I
when I was.
agree with you. Yeah.
I said I thought of
Wow.
Robert Townsend right away. I was like,
Yeah.
Right.
yo, is
Right.
Robert Townsend behind this shit?
Oh Jesus,
But
that's hilarious.
yeah, I just thought it was going to be more, you know, more like West Coast.
I dig
Uh,
where you're coming from because
but
the game is being held in L.A. I get
yeah,
it.
yeah,
You understand, and just rock with that whole vibe overall. Don't have no quote unquote outsiders. You know what I'm
yeah. I
saying?
mean,
Outside of that, take part of this. You know, so I think
Right.
I feel what you're saying. You know, what I
Right.
mean, I get what you're saying.
It's funny. Snoop and Dre were the only two people, and Kendrick, they don't the three
Yeah.
people from LA. Everybody else is not
from
from
different.
LA.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought it was kind of weird how they kind of blended together.
Mm-hmm.
All in all, I think it was alright. I don't know why people were saying it's one of the best shows they ever seen. Halftime shows.
I,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they were smoking.
well, you know
Uh,
what it is.
Mhm.
We get emotional.
Yeah.
Some people,
mhm.
and
Mhm.
this was nostalgic. Just seeing a group of hip hop
Oh, no
and
doubt.
an R&B artist
Without a
together
doubt.
for the
Without a
Super
doubt.
Bowl, and so
Without
Yeah.
a doubt.
it's
Right.
you know, all of them are icons.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
without a doubt.
I
Yeah.
mean, it was a good show. It was very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take away from that. Like you guys say, it wasn't the best. Not, and I mean, Max 611, we was talking, previously before the show even came on. How we was talking about how Prince. I mean, come on, you talking about Purple
Yeah.
Rain in the Rain?
In the rain. That's
Yeah,
exactly.
Nothing
Eddie
could top
Turkey.
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
y'all know,
yeah.
I
Yep.
told you who came close though. Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars
yeah,
gets
Bruno
Bruno
Mars
props.
Mars
killed it.
is
He gets
He killed.
props,
yeah.
He killed
and
it.
Yes.
he
I
did.
agree. Bruno
He
And
Mars
really.
is a pure entertainer.
for sure,
Yeah.
you gotta love it. And
Any
I love
generation.
two things. I love how they. Well, I'm kind of happy that what's that guy's name? Anderson Paak was
Anderson
there.
Anderson
Paak.
Paak.
Oh yeah,
Right,
Anderson
no
he
Paak
was
doubt.
there.
is
They
dope.
You know
snuck
what I'm
him
saying?
in.
I was like, yeah, I like that. Yeah, they snuck him in. I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
oh,
Because I was
They
like,
had
wait,
I'm
is
the,
like,
that
yo, is
Anderson
that
Paak?
dude?
they had his name.
Thank you.
They had his name on the drums, so
Yeah.
you know. Yeah,
He's like, we gonna recognize me
yeah,
one way or the other.
yeah.
You
Right,
know, how
right,
dare you not big me up during all the commercials and whatnot and all the advertisement? How dare you?
Yeah.
right.
Oh, speaking of that, what did y'all think of some of the commercials?
Yeah,
Oh wow, I
there was
can't
like
even
good.
answer that.
There was like
Oh,
3
that's
good
true.
commercials.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything
I
else was
like
kind of like it was
I
like new
like
movies.
the one. The one that I thought was really good was the Barbie Dreamhouse one.
Yeah, that was
right,
funny.
Huh?
I like that one.
right,
Okay,
right.
I'm cool.
He
I'm
said,
totally clueless.
I
"Huh?"
like
Okay,
the
way
Jones commercial.
the Jones, yeah.
Hmm?
I like the
See,
football.
They
Was
had
it the?
Tommy Lee Jones. They had Quincy
had
Jones' daughter, Nick
Yeah,
Rashida Jones.
Jonas,
They had what's her name from
Leslie Jones.
Leslie Jones from
Leslie
Oh
Jones.
SNL.
God.
Yeah.
And they didn't invite me.
Well, that's why you didn't
No,
I
see
they
know.
didn't.
That was some
in the group
BS.
text. I said Jones. That was for you.
No, you missed that.
Oh, I missed
Yeah,
that, bro. I'm sorry. I missed that.
It'd be
Oh
too many
wow,
text
damn.
yeah,
messages
yeah,
sometimes, bro.
yeah.
For
It
sure.
wasn't. It
Gotta
wasn't on
gloss
his.
over that.
It wasn't on his sports app. That's
I like
That's what it was. You know,
yeah.
I like the
I totally missed that.
I
I
like the
like
other
the go ahead, Jay.
the football commercial was. I guess it was
Yes,
supposed to
that
be
was
for
hot.
like
Oh
a,
yeah,
a
yeah,
sports
Oh,
yeah.
I
game or
think
something. I
I
don't know
Yeah.
if it
I
was
think
supposed to be for the games,
yeah,
like
I hear you.
the video game shit.
I'm gonna
With
tell
the
you
little
what I
kid?
didn't.
Yeah.
Where they
Yeah,
tore
with
up
the
the
little kid.
house?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's
When
like,
they
it's
went
football.
to the house and the
And
grandma.
grandma came in like it's
Yeah.
football.
I'll tell you what I didn't
dope.
like. I
What's
didn't
that?
like the Austin Powers one.
No,
I
that
think
was
missed
good.
I missed that one.
No, to
I ain't
me
seen
that felt 20 years too old.
I hear you. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, it just.
If
You know what it is? Austin Powers. Certain movies are for certain time periods.
Generation.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then when they bring it back, like they did a lot of nostalgia in the commercials. This
Mhm.
one, it just felt out of time. for
Right.
me.
Gotcha.
It's like the humor of it was so early 2000s or whenever it came out, and
Mhm.
today it didn't translate for me.
Right.
What about the commercial with the Sopranos daughter and son?
Now,
I heard about
thought
that
was
one.
good.
Yeah.
thought
I heard
That
about
was
that.
good.
Yeah, I
That was
thought that was good. Nice touch with that.
Yeah, I heard about
Yeah.
that one. Mhm.
There was nothing else that I could really like think of off the top that like really stayed with me. Like, oh, this
Like I
is
said, there was a lot of movies coming
there
out.
were,
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
damn, how many movies
Mhm.
is coming in?
I heard
Well,
that, man.
Jay, the
It's wild.
streaming service thing is booming. So
Oh, no doubt.
movies,
No doubt.
movies are coming on Hulu,
Absolutely.
Amazon,
Everything.
Everywhere. Paramount.
Paramount.
Yeah.
Yep.
Disney.
Everything.
Here,
Yep.
there.
Netflix.
Exactly.
Has anybody checked out the new Fresh Prince thing?
I
No.
didn't see it yet.
So I
I
don't
heard
have.
I
it's-
haven't
Peacock.
seen it.
I
Yeah, I
gotta
don't
check
have.
it out. I
I gotta
check it
see
out.
if that's on my
Yeah,
well, you know,
yeah.
excuse
Say
me.
no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say no more.
Sir, do not, sir, you with the P on your hat.
Ixnay on the it's.
Oh yeah.
Sir,
Speaking of that, I like
Sir.
the Cable Guy one with Jim Carrey.
Oh
Oh.
yeah. That went
was-
over. That went over a lot of people's heads because they didn't.
Oh wait a minute! I'm up there thinking about the movie. They had a
No,
commercial.
It was a
Yo,
Verizon.
that was good. I was gonna
It
say
was
that. I forgot about
Verizon.
that. That was
And
good.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
he said Cable
Sir.
Guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sir,
yeah.
in the
So
sir
speaking-
with the P
speaking
on his
of-
hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't-
Yes, sir.
Don't do it to yourself, bro.
Okay, I'm not going to.
No, the
Okay.
Cable Guy though, that was dope. He had like
Yeah,
the
that
little
was
cube.
good.
And who installed this for you? I did.
Right.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check
He,
YouTube.
he
for
said,
that
"I'll
one.
be back."
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I'll be back tomorrow to
on it.
check it.
Yeah.
I gotta check YouTube for that because that's
That
like
was-
one
that
of my
was a good
favorite
one.
movies.
Well, you know,
man.
Jim,
that was a funny.
Jim Carrey is just.
Yo, when he
Speaking
played
of,
ball, when he was playing basketball, that's it.
Oh my god, that shit was ridiculous, dude.
I gotta tell you,
I gotta watch
tell you a
that now.
movie.
That's it. Okay.
I
Hell
gotta tell
yeah.
you a movie, and they're coming out with part 2 sometime in the spring. And you guys are gonna be like, what? But the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
No, they're
What?
not.
Oh,
No,
well,
they're
this is the second one. Check it out.
No, they're not.
No, because I'm gonna tell you, I didn't realize that the villain in it was Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Oh wow.
So, when my son said he wanted to see the Sonic movie, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not really. Once it started, and we realized, my wife and I realized that was Jim Carrey, stole the movie.
Really?
It's hilarious. He is.
I
Top
didn't see it.
Jim
didn't see it.
Carrey in this.
Wow.
So I'm telling you, this is why I put it out there, because nobody talks about it, because they immediately think Sonic and they see this little,
Yeah.
I gotta check it
creature,
out.
CDI creature.
Right.
Jim Carrey is the villain, and he is top notch. Jim
Really?
Carrey.
He's the best in anything.
Yes.
Come on,
So-
Jim Carrey.
They're coming out
Wow.
with it was so good, but it was slept on. They're coming out with part 2. I saw the trailer when I went to see Spider-Man, I think.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it's coming out in the spring sometime. Do yourself a favor. You're not gonna regret it, because I rolled my eyes in the
I'm
beginning,
gonna
and
check it
then
out.
I was like, oh shoot, that's Jim Carrey.
Right.
All right.
Kills it.
Yeah. If it's
I
Jim
gotta-
Carrey, I'm
Yeah.
there. Yo,
I gotta
just to state real quick on Jim Carrey. A couple weeks ago, I saw Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, and I still
Oh
laugh.
my god.
Oh,
It's
that's
still like what
hilarious.
a classic
Yeah.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
First
Yeah.
one.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Speaking of movies,
Of it.
I heard through the grapevine. Y'all remember a movie called Internal Affairs with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy
Yeah.
Garcia and Richard Gere.
Yes.
They're gonna. You think they should reboot that? For
No.
me, that was a good movie. It was a really good movie.
Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Richard Gere playing a villain, he did his thing.
Yeah.
He was out of control.
Yeah, but they should
Right.
just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
What are
agree.
you doing?
And
Come up with
him and
something.
Andy
Turn off
Garcia
fast 40
played
years
off.
later. Like what the
Right.
fuck?
Yeah. Right.
But they're gonna reboot it. How you
Right.
gonna?
Nah.
Certain things should not be redone again. You know,
Just
I
leave
agree.
it
that's
alone.
not saying that movie is a classic, but it's an underrated, really good
Mhm.
movie. And leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Leave it alone. We can watch it again. We don't need to reboot it or anything like that.
Exactly.
One of my favorites that Richard Gere was in, was do you remember the movie? I can't think of the name now. With Edward Norton.
Oh,
It was
damn.
the one where Richard Gere
Yeah,
played
yeah,
the lawyer defending.
yeah. He defended what's his name? And
Oh,
he turned out to
okay.
be a
I
villain.
don't.
He
Yeah,
turned
with
out to
that
be the one.
ending. Oh man,
Is
Wow.
I can't think of that movie.
Primal Fear.
Primal Fear.
Was
Yeah,
it Primal Fear?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That was a
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah, when he was.
I thought it was something else. Is it
I
not
thought it was.
Primal
I
Fear?
think you're right. I think it's Primal Fear.
I think it's Primal Fear. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go with Primal Fear.
Okay, we're going with Primal Fear for 200.
Thank you. Oh wait, Alex is no longer.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
Wait, can I do? I want to go back to this
Oh yeah, it's Primal Fear.
halftime show. No, it's all good. It was,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
good, great talk. No, I just want
Halftime
to
show.
make an after
Did
an
you
observation about
phone a friend?
that. I want to make this one observation and ask you guys, what was the worst halftime performance
Ever?
in my mind?
Oh,
Ever in my mind, I can tell you, The Weeknd does it for me.
The Weeknd is
Yeah, I couldn't-
not good.
Yeah. I didn't
I like
understand it.
he's The Weeknd is good on his records or however whatever
Right.
whatever the kids are listening to today.
Right.
But live,
That was horrible. It was
not
horrible.
good. Yeah,
No, but a lot of
I
it had to
think-
do with because it was COVID season, so it's kind of like it was all messed up. I didn't understand what was going on with it.
I
know
hear
what it
you,
is.
Jay, but he could have rose above. I guarantee you, if it was
I
a
mean,
superior.
Was he on a
musician.
ventilator?
Right, I'm just saying, man. I can't
Yeah,
give
you're a
him a
damn
leg to
fool.
stand on that one. He was horrible. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you could
Was he on a ventilator?
let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. He's good. He's good for like an appearance on the AMAs or the. That's it.
Yeah.
One song, you're done. Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I can
That's
listen
it.
to songs.
Not
from
a
his
whole set,
catalog.
or you can't do
No.
a whole set.
No.
Yeah, I would.
No.
I could listen to his music. I just wouldn't see him in concert.
No. Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
You know.
He
So that's
reminded- do you guys
Now,
remember?
now, Bruno Mars and Anderson
No,
Paak.
no,
need
that's
to-
different.
They need to do
That's-
They need to let them do
Yeah,
the next one.
yeah, because
Word.
they now those guys are performers.
for sure.
You guys remember back when Albie Shaw first came out? His album
Oh,
first
wow.
came out, and then he went on Oprah,
Yes.
and and then all of a sudden the album
Oh,
wasn't so good anymore. It was just like because everything they
Well-
manipulated the vocals in the
Yes, they
studio.
did.
You know, we know our brother Dev used to
Oh,
work with Al.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's told me stories. He said the worst thing to happen was for him to go on that show because
Yes.
everybody who was there, I think it was Bobby Brown, the Boys,
Mhm.
Yeah.
New Edition. He had to sing, so there was no filter. There was no backing music. There was no way to save him.
No. Yeah.
Dev tells
No
me
way.
he said he was like, "Yo, take your shirt off. Tell the
Yeah.
crowd to sing with you."
Right.
And then I was
Exactly.
sitting there watching. I was like,
That's hilarious.
"Yo, this
Yeah.
dude can't sing."
Yep.
No.
Now, I saw him in concert.
Same here.
I saw him like maybe I want to say 3-4 years ago.
Oh,
So
what?
yeah,
Wow.
because it's free.
Oh shit! Yeah, you
No,
stupid. Yeah, you stupid.
downtown Brooklyn in Metrotech. In the
Okay.
summers
Yeah.
on Thursday, they would
Right.
have concerts, and he performed one day, and I was on lunch break, and it was crowded, and all the all the women were reliving their the 90s, and he didn't sound as bad as he did on
Oprah.
Oprah. Oprah was an abomination. I mean, it was. I sat there because I'm already I'll be sure got the hottest album out, and he's going on Oprah, and then it was like, oh no,
So
it was that
David,
kind
So
of feel.
stupid.
Yeah,
did you know Dev Dent at that time?
Dev and I met in '89.
Okay.
Okay.
I get real quick the crazy story how Dev and I met. So a mutual friend, we were trying to put together some kind of musical. It wasn't not a music group, but like a production type company type thing.
Mhm.
Now this friend had had a very vivid imagination, and he sometimes had a distant relationship with the truth. So he he met Dev and told Dev that at the time I was actually in Egypt. I went to Egypt for a 2-week tour. So he tells Dev that I'm in Egypt working on what was it, Aida?
Mm.
Because that was Egyptian opera. He tells Dev that my friend, he's a songwriter and he's over in Egypt right now working on Aida. The only thing true about it was that I was actually in Egypt. So I
That was
come
it.
back and he tells me about Dev, and Dev is this producer, and he's worked with this, that, and the other. So we all get into the room, and there was a third brother with us, and we get into the room, and I'm like excited now because Dev is this all up there like that Grammy award with that type thing, and Dev is excited because I'm this songwriter who just got through working on the Aida. So we get in the room and kind of like looking at. And we're like waiting for the other person, to drop the science on us. And we're like,
Right.
we're kind of like looking at each other. And then we suddenly just realized that we both have been lied to. So Dev and I started talking, and Dev and I just hit it off.
Right.
And we became, fast friends. And we laughed about the fact that he said, "Yo, he told me you were working on Aida in Egypt." And I said, "What?" He told me that you were working with this, that, all these other people. And we looked at each other, we just bust out laughing. So we kind of like tried to do our own thing. And then we made this little production company called Too Black, Too Strong. And I made these like business cards, and Dev used to go to the club and hand all the females the business cards.
Right.
That's
Hilarious.
Yeah. So that's how Dev and I met.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah. Fast friends though. Yeah.
Oh man. Guys, let's do some moving on. Let's talk about the Super Bowl
funny
56.
All right.
It's
Wow. There was
hilarious.
actually a game too to talk about. Yeah.
Right.
A good game.
Right.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
good game. I was so happy this wasn't a
Pleasantly
blowout.
surprised.
Yeah.
I was, I had said previously, I said I was actually I wasn't gonna be upset if Cincinnati play. I was actually looking forward to them winning this game. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm rooting for the underdog like many others, obviously. But I did say that I felt that LA had a little bit too much firepower and they would overcome, you know what I'm saying, and win. Great game overall.
Yeah.
And in keeping with the theme of this whole year's playoffs in 2022.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
it just
fantastic.
continued. It
Yeah,
just continued.
absolutely.
So, right, you know what I'm saying, from the regular playoffs, the wild card, all the divisional, everything.
Yeah.
So for this to go down in the Super Bowl the way it's been previously, fantastic. Great, big look. Great look right there.
Yeah.
Great look for the NFL right there. You know what I'm saying? Again,
still
you know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
Excuse me,
yeah.
man.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's all. What,
Yeah.
you kidding me? You're on
Yeah.
the paint.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I curse every other
still full
word,
of
so
shit.
it's all good.
This-
There you
What you
go.
know?
Knock it.
Right.
Continue on, brother. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. So the final score was 23-20. Yo, let me tell you something. Do you guys feel Cincinnati will be back during the Joe
No.
Burrow era? You
No.
don't think so?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
got one no.
No.
Yes.
Let the
Okay.
no go first.
I
Why?
was about to say that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it, but I don't know. There's something about these young quarterbacks that peak, and then something happens and you don't hear from them again. I mean, you hear from them, but they don't reach that same level again. I think that a lot of things went right for Cincinnati in these playoffs.
Mhm.
And I think they might have peaked. And they got. I don't want to take anything away from them and say that they were lucky, but I think that that any one of those teams that they played, you play them another Sunday, and it could have easily been a different outcome. So it makes me wonder about sustainability. And then sometimes in this league, it's very here today, gone tomorrow type things with a lot of things. I think they caught lightning in the bottle. I don't really look at them as somebody that I say they're a given. Whereas the Rams were more of an expectation. And I think, again, it could have gone either way, but I see Buffalo, Kansas City, those teams still as the teams to beat. I just don't have that feeling about Cincy. And I could be wrong, and I wouldn't be mad if I was wrong. I think Joe Burrow is good for the sport because he is a character, but he also can back it up. So, but I'm not convinced about them.
Okay. Fair enough. Jay, why do you think they'll be back?
Well, first I just want to say this. I think the coaching actually lost them the game.
I could agree.
That's number one. And the reason why I
could
say that
agree.
is because Joe Mixon was running all over them, and they stopped going to him. They put in P. Ryan. I mean, I don't understand that. And then they started passing the ball more. It was just stupid. But that was my thing. I think they need a couple more pieces. Get rid of Eli Apple. They got to tune up that secondary a little bit. And I think they'll be back because I think I slept on Joe Burrow. I didn't really think that he was the man that he is. I'm not saying he's a great quarterback, but he's definitely on the way to becoming something to watch. So I really think that they will be back. Maybe not next year, but the following year. But they're definitely going to be a team to watch, and they're going to be the team to beat. That's how I feel. I could be wrong. I don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like a fake fan. But I don't like the NFL right now.
Your takes are better than
too.
Pat Leonard's and them other bums at the Daily News and the New York
Pat
Post.
Leonard.
Yeah, but they work for somebody. That's why. I don't work for nobody.
No, but they work for somebody, but their takes are horrendous. They flip flop like gymnasts. One minute they say, "Oh, you should trade him." Next minute the person plays well. We're like, you shouldn't have traded him. No, mofo, stop. You flip flop it.
I think they got a bunch of guys that they don't have like super duper stars. You know what I'm saying? But they have a good group. They got a good group.
What's that
And
kid?
they play hard. They play hard. And Jamar Chase is a beast.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no question.
He's a beast.
T. Higgins is a beast.
Yeah. And they got a lot of guys on that on defense too. A beast. You know what I'm saying? The D line. They got that one linebacker. I'm not good with names, but white dude.
I'm not either.
55 or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
Yo,
same here.
I think they're here. You know,
Okay.
if they fine tune it a little bit, if they don't blow it up, because
Mm-hmm.
if motherfuckers don't get greedy and be like, "Oh, I want $50 million,"
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes
saying?
they peak
Yeah.
early and then they think they're better than they are.
No doubt,
They start
no doubt.
asking for
And
stuff.
that's always
yeah.
yeah. To me, that's always the problem in every sport. You know what I'm saying? Because there could be so many dynasties made
Yeah.
and and created, but people just be like, you know what, I want more money. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
You know what?
And it's like there's no loyalty no more.
Nah,
But,
I want to touch with what you said, what you touched on, Jay, about the coaching. This guy Taylor, I gotta tell you, this is what I heard. Now, that call on our first possession, the fourth down.
oh yeah, what was that? Why would you do that?
You know, I mean,
Retarded.
I get it, but then I don't get it at the same time.
No, of course.
You know,
Could I piggyback off that?
Oh, go right ahead, my friend.
Just real quick. I get it because you want to show that, you're aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You're not scared. I understand that. But your defense just played one hell of a stand.
Right.
Give them an opportunity.
Right.
Instead, you're going to put their backs against the wall. I mean, that was the dumbest. To me, that was one of the dumbest moves.
I was just like,
I knew they was going to score after that. I mean, that was a given.
I mean, exactly. You get them a great field position, because I'm looking at my phone like, whoa, wait a minute, what? I was like, yo, what the hell is this?
Okay.
Almost like, okay, what the hell is this? I'm like, nah. I said, all right, well, that was kind of stupid, but I get it. You wanna kind of set a precedent, show that you're not afraid to do these fourth down, going for it on fourth down moves and the gutsy call and everything. But I'm just like, nah.
But the call was bad. The call was bad.
It was
horrible. It was a bad call, was it not? Obviously, because they didn't make the first down.
It was horrible.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't make the damn first down.
Yep. Here's the thing with Cincinnati. Joe Burrow, them drafting Jamar Chase changed their team.
Without a doubt.
Because he's a number one wide receiver, and like Jay said, he's a beast. He's going to be great, barring injury.
Their receivers are great. They got
good receivers. Mixon is a great running back.
Yeah.
So those pieces are there. Their offensive line is horrendous, and that's what did them in the game.
Oh, no doubt.
Because early in the game they were doing okay, and LA wasn't getting to Burrow, and then
they were also running the ball, so they were getting rid of the ball.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I don't understand why they got away from that, because Mixon was having a great game. He's doing his thing.
So towards the third quarter, LA's front line started teeing off on Burrow, and Eli Apple had a decent season. He had a couple of moments in the playoffs. Yeah. But he's not a number one cornerback.
No.
He's not a lockdown guy.
No.
And
we saw that.
And his contract is up. So he might be out of Cincinnati because they're watching that tape of the Super Bowl.
That's okay.
You had a penalty. You got burned twice by Cooper Kupp.
That's okay, because Toast will pop up somewhere else. Okay.
Yeah. Toast.
Listen,
Mr. Apple Pie.
Listen, he's had
Apple
1,000 lives.
Apple turnover. That's it.
He's had 1,000 lives, so he'll go to his 7th or 8th team. I'm exaggerating a little. It's more like his 15, but he'll find a place. Cincinnati has free agents coming off their books, so they'll have some cash to maybe either re-sign certain people, or go out and get other people. What they should do, since their offensive line needs help, and they already have a quarterback, running back, and wide receivers, and their defense is sort of set in the front and in the in the middle with the linebackers. What they need to do in the draft is possibly, if they have wherever they're picking in the first round, pick an offensive lineman and then maybe sign a veteran. Who's a free agent, because they need to fix the offensive line. Joe Burrow was one of the most sacked quarterbacks this season.
Yeah.
I think they sacked him
51
51
times.
times. That's
Mhm.
not
That's
elite. You're not gonna win games like
no,
that.
No.
You're not gonna win
No.
a Super Bowl like that.
No.
right. Yeah, I
Um,
think they should free up some of that money and maybe use some of it to get Joe Burrow or Taylor.
Nah, let him rock, man.
Let him rock that suit again.
Let him listen.
Yeah.
Let him look silly as he wants to look silly because Nate
I-
Burleson. What did you? I sent y'all the text. What did he have on
Oh
his
Lord.
feet?
Like those ballet dancer socks or whatever. I
Oh,
mean, I don't know. I don't know
Wait,
what that was.
I'm gonna say one more thing about this Super Bowl too, and in the words of my dead father, God bless his soul, this shit is fixed sometimes. I think that's what I'm saying.
Well,
because-
do we feel, Jay, that the refs played a part in the fourth quarter?
oh, without a doubt. Well, I mean, they missed. They missed that obvious. I don't even know where the line
face
judge was.
mask.
That face
Yeah.
mask. I don't know
They
where the
missed
line
that.
judge was. You know what I'm saying?
But all of a sudden, it's like
There was no penalty.
the yellow flag showed up late to the
The
game.
last 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
Right. Or somebody in one of the chats said they have a question. Go ahead. What's the question? Please type it in.
Let's go.
Yeah, where's
But
yeah, okay.
yeah, I think that was a blatant face mask call that they missed.
Yeah, but I didn't see where the line judge was. That's what I'm like. I kind of missed it because, you know what I'm saying? How many hands called the SEC?
Okay, here's the question. Here's a,
Yeah. That's a fact.
We won't
That's
see that.
a-
We won't see that
yeah.
a halftime show like that again.
yeah, that's
Wait. Can I answer that? Can I answer
Please
that?
do. Please do.
I think this is from a Spike Lee movie, but a character in one of Spike Lee's movie, he said, "Yo, it was too much chocolate on the screen. It was just too much chocolate on the screen."
Way
But,
too much. Way too much. I'm just
You know,
Why
glad
are they?
50
Why
didn't
they-
have a wardrobe. Why are they grabbing? I'm just glad 50 didn't have
Oh,
a
that's
wardrobe.
great.
mouth.
That's
That's
hilarious.
That's great.
He was
Peace and blessings to that.
Tough it out.
That's hilarious.
Hell yeah.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
telling you, man.
But
Yeah, I know they were
I'm
sure they were upset.
I'm sure the phones were blowing up.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this
Right.
too, right?
Like,
For someone that lived in LA for a few years, whatever.
Yeah.
I was actually
Yeah.
hoping that they lost, so I could just call my people and this. But
Blame them.
that's
I swear.
it. I lived in LA for a couple of years too. And
Okay.
but one of the things that I find with LA when it comes to football, a lot of them are Raiders fans.
Yeah.
You got a lot of Cowboy fans. You got a lot of Saints fans.
Yep.
What?
So
Really?
yeah,
Yep.
there's actually
Well,
there's
there's
like a
Cowboy fans
connection.
everywhere.
Yeah, there's a connection though from Louisiana to
Yeah,
Los
LA.
Angeles.
Yep.
Also,
Wow.
Yep.
So I
Straight
find that
pipeline.
when it comes to football, they're not so dead set on the Rams.
Packers fans too.
Especially since the Rams, at one point they left LA and they came back. So
Went the same
I
way.
have a lot of Facebook friends from LA, from both family and people I went to school with, and there was a few of them that were diehard Rams fans. But I got a lot of Cowboy fans. I got a lot of Raider fans and Saints fans and other teams other than the Rams. So this one didn't bother me so much. Now let the Lakers or the Dodgers. Oh my God, they are just they're LA to the core.
Yeah. And SC too.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. You already know.
Every time when I was out there, every time SC lost,
Yep.
I would always, I was always have to like bring something up because they would wear the whole garb,
Yeah,
the jersey and everything to work, and it's like, dude, you don't even play for the team. I went to school there,
They thought, because SC is in the hood.
Yeah, of course.
There's a big difference between SC and UCLA where they're located.
Oh, I could only imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Campuses are both beautiful.
Yeah,
Right.
but they just
yeah.
in two totally different places.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like you
It's
took this
funny how
beautiful
SC is right in the
campus
hood, though.
right in the hood.
Damn.
Damn,
Sort of like
Central.
sort
We're
of
gonna
like
put this
Temple
beautiful
here on the East
Temple.
Coast.
Oh my
Right.
God! Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Temple.
Temple.
Ooh.
Let me tell you. Yeah, my sister is a professor at Temple,
Oh,
and it is
oh
like
man. Woo.
great school.
Is
But
it
you go.
private? Is it a
No,
private college?
yeah. I think Temple is
But
private.
man,
But
let
you
me
go
tell you,
off that campus. You cross the
yeah,
Oh yeah.
street,
cross the
and
street. Thank you.
Yeah.
and it looks like Brownsville.
Telling you.
Yeah.
He
I
said,
had a
we said
I had a
University of
cousin
South
who went to
Central.
Temple. I
Yes.
think he went there for a year, and then he was like, "Nah, I'm out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dicey.
I gotta tell you, this reminds me of a story where my brother and I went out to Philly, and we had to go to a wedding. Now the place wasn't too far from Temple,
Yeah.
so my brother pulled over because he was lost. He was like trying to ask for directions.
Oh Lord. And what year was this?
Oh, this is more than a few years ago. I can say that
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah,
Jay.
yeah, yeah.
And bro, so I'm rolling down my window.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, Roddy, don't roll down your window. I said, well, how am I gonna ask this? How am I gonna ask this question? What was it? Like
Sign
sign,
language, yeah.
sign language, whatnot. I gotta roll the window down the ass. He's like, well, hurry up. I was like, dude, I know where we at, and I'm not saying it's okay, it's all right, but I get it. I just thought that was hilarious, man.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like, roll that window back up. What the hell are you doing? All nervous and whatnot. I was looking at him like, are you serious right now, bro?
It's like North
Don't
Philly,
act
right?
like it.
Temple's in North, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
University of
South
South Central.
Central.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's it. Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, man. So, oh man, I tell you, that's hilarious, man. You know what I mean?
So let me ask y'all. Y'all think the Rams they'll be back?
Possibly, but
yeah, I
think
think they have a chance.
They have a chance. It's tough to do the repeat thing in the NFL.
It is.
If
You know
the
what I'm saying?
NFL fixes it, yes, they will be back.
You know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough to do the back-to-back championships.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? But let me just make a quick left turn. Still staying in the lane of the Super Bowl. Yo, dude was on his way. I felt so bad for OBJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
I felt so
100%.
bad,
Oh,
man.
he's gonna have a monster game.
He was gonna have.
He was gonna be MVP.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
There's no question about it. No question. He was on his way.
I felt for him.
When I first saw him tweak,
Mhm.
oh man, I was like, oh no. I was like, come on now.
But speaking of which, so what is it? What are all these injuries? What's the cause of all these injuries?
It's the turf.
It's not
and
the Gatorade.
The players.
Nah, fuck with
No,
you.
it's
That's
the turf. And some of the players have spoken out about how the turf is bad. Maybe they should go back to grass. Which those surfaces are hard.
Was better than what we with the turf that I'm saying.
This is field. Yeah, it was just carpet over cement. Yeah,
right.
You peel it up, and
his isn't the first injury I've seen like that, where a guy is just running and he tears his ACL.
Yeah, that was a shame.
And this is the second time. This is the second ACL he's torn on the same leg.
Oh, it was the same. It was the same one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Wait, did he tear his? They said he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
Because I know it was a CL. But I didn't know.
Our Facebook is his old engine from a fight with a kick in there.
Yo, piece of head,
man. Exactly.
Let me say this. Odell he's been injured a lot in his career.
Yeah.
But I think going to LA, he found a spot, and
he did.
I think he played 10 games for the Rams, including the regular season and the playoffs, and he had like 7 touchdowns. So
yeah, hopefully he comes back.
He's still a good receiver.
Right.
I don't know if this injury is going to diminish him some more. I hope not. I hope he can come back. But
it's all about his
he proved he still has talent.
Yeah, of course. Well, everybody knew that. A lot of people counted him out. But
And
I think it's too many games, man. I mean,
could be
well, they
that too.
added a game, 17 now.
yeah, this
in the
was
regular
and
season.
they said that
And they
this
added
is
a game to the playoffs too.
right.
Yeah.
So this is the first time that the Super Bowl and the Olympics happened on the same day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
So with preseason, regular season, playoffs, you're talking about
7 months.
20 to 22 games.
Yeah, you know, like
Yeah.
seven.
It's a lot.
It's almost as long as baseball season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Football is a contact sport.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Guys, y'all added a Thursday game every week, which is dumb.
They had a Monday playoff game. It's like
Right,
Yeah.
because if a team plays Sunday,
yeah, I hate that.
then they got to play Thursday. That's what,
Right.
4 days, and then they got to play another Sunday. So
Right.
See, you
that's
know what I
4
understand?
days in between
Sorry, go ahead.
those two games. That's not enough time for a
You know
lot
what
of people to recuperate.
I fail to understand this, right? You got to organize. You got a league or organization, whatever, that's predominantly black and brown or people of color, right? Yet the Players Association are so damn soft. For you know,
they have the most hard. They have the worst union.
I just don't understand that. You have all the power in the world, and you don't use it. You don't say, you know what? Nah, we're not going to play. We're going to play 12 games. That's what we're doing, or something like that. Because these guys are getting faster, they're getting stronger.
Yeah,
and it's a money grab, Jay.
I know, of course. But my thing is this.
They don't
but
care.
That's what you got to hit people in their pockets. That's the only way
you
you're
have
going
to
to
hit
make
them in the pockets. But they don't care. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I knew this person's name, but Facebook user. It says players want to get paid too. You know what I'm saying?
And the players don't.
And they should get paid.
Their money isn't guaranteed. Most of
it.
Right.
And this is why it's ridiculous to me.
Right.
You know.
But this union is horrible. They're spineless.
But why though? Like I don't understand. They're like the Democrats.
But again, spineless. You know what I'm saying?
You know, for one, they got a clown as the president who, in my opinion, it seems like he works in the interest of the owners in the league.
Exactly.
As opposed to working
okay. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the Democrats, though.
And
same shit.
Right. And the players,
at least they let the Democrats kneel.
Oh,
and the players won't band together.
Yeah.
I just don't.
They won't take one
understand
stand together.
Well,
I don't understand it.
I think too. I think they don't feel protected. So what they do is, it's like one of those things. Well, somebody needs to do it, but it's not going to be me. you know what kind of,
Yo, he's hitting it on point tonight. That's just like, my bad, D. No,
and
you're right. No, you're right. They don't feel, and that's the problem, though. They gotta come as one. A union is supposed to protect their people.
Right. We look at the NBA. The NBA's players union. They now get half of the profits. They looked out for some of the older players.
Right.
With their issues. NFL, they're not looking out for the older players.
No.
They're not even looking out for themselves.
That's true.
Now, real quick question. Do you think the commissioner has something to do with it as well?
Oh, listen,
because you look at the commissioner of the NBA, right? He kind of gives them a lot of leeway.
Right.
He said it corrupt.
Right.
Right. Ask Jimmy Hoffa.
But it's very true though. I mean, my thing is like, listen, somebody's pockets are getting lined. Bottom line,
of course,
their pockets are getting lined. That's why they don't have the best interest for the.
And there's such a turnover. There's such a turnover in the NFL.
Can I ask y'all something? Can I ask y'all something?
Yeah.
The commissioner of the NFL makes $63.9 million a year. He's making more than
63.
He's making more than two top players combined.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all something? Who does he work for, and whose interest does he?
Who do you think?
Donald Trump.
Who do you think?
Oh, my bad.
Trump.
Oh,
who do you think? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. And what is the NBA commissioner? What's he get?
I'll tell you in a second.
And again,
Exactly. Players are expendable.
Yep.
It's about supply and demand.
That's
Exactly.
it.
And the turnover
It's
is so,
disgusting, though.
it's
People
like
are not
5
should not be
years.
expendable. These guys are putting their career, their life on the line for
Their
this.
life's
You
on the line.
know what I'm saying?
Yo, Adam Silver probably sits back and Goodell's like, listen, you want me to take you to dinner? Because you only make $10 million a year.
Right. Right.
You know, only. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Word.
How much money you really need? They ain't doing nothing.
No.
$63
Players need
million
$63
a
million.
year
It's
for
just-
what?
Yeah.
That's
For
disgusting.
what?
That's disgusting.
And just consider, not too long ago, guys, he was making $40 million a year. Not too long ago. Okay.
What?
And it went from 40
How did he
to
live with it?
current-
How was he able to
currently-
survive?
63.
Yeah, right.
40
I
million.
mean,
How can he
Okay.
buy anything with that?
exactly.
The Major League Baseball commissioner only makes $11 million a year.
So he makes $1 million more.
So I'm just
than
trying to
NBA.
think,
Right.
what is the justification to pay somebody like? I mean, there's nothing that he's doing that I can see that is making me want to watch the league. It's not
Right.
about him.
Right.
So what is it? What is it about him that they feel that he's worth making $63 million? They have the shortest, in terms of games, number of games. They have the shortest season. I just don't.
No.
Of course not.
No,
No.
absolutely not. But I just don't. I just, has he created anything?
Nope.
Did he help name the Washington Commanders or
I
whatever?
think he
it
did.
is?
Yeah, he had to.
Okay, yeah.
No, he can't do that. He's got to be the middleman. He got to stay
Yes.
neutral. He can't be biased.
The
Yeah,
NHL,
He can only be
the
biased
NHL
against black people.
Yeah.
Right.
the NHL
Right.
Commissioner might as well be on
That's not being
welfare because
right. What
he
was
makes
it?
$3.7 million a year.
Oh,
Mhm.
bless his heart.
Who is that?
We should start-
The NHL commissioner.
NHL
We should
commissioner?
start it. Yeah,
Yep.
we should.
You
Wow.
got that right.
We
He's
should start
100% right.
a GoFundMe for him.
Telling you, it's ridiculous. I'm
He
just
wouldn't
saying.
even be able to buy an apartment in New York.
This is
He
right.
does not make 100 times.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I mean? It's just I'm like I said, man. I'm really done. Yeah, I can't watch football. And I was talking to Mac about this before the show. I'm like, I can't. Nah, I can't continue to support this. And this is a game that I love.
I'm with
You
you, bro.
understand what I'm saying?
I feel
love
the
this
same
game.
way. I feel the same way.
But the with the current climate going on, with the whole Brian Flores.
Oh, we
and,
got to talk about.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad.
It's ridiculous. It
I
really
just
is.
hope I hope all this stuff blows it up tremendously.
I hope so,
Miami isn't Miami the
Mhm.
Miami owner about to come under
Yeah, I heard
There-
that.
yeah,
investigation?
there's an
Mhm.
investigation being done right now.
I'm with Jay. I hope this blows, like they pull the rug.
Yeah,
I hope
everything underneath.
I hope
I
people
just hope they
come
blow
out.
it up. I
You know
really
what I'm
know,
saying? I hope people don't stay
we'll
quiet.
see. We'll see. I know I can't. Like I said, and my personal viewership isn't gonna affect the league whatsoever. It's still gonna
Yeah.
stay the
No, of
same.
course
Just
not. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But at some point, we all got to toe the line at some point. You understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
gonna take a
Listen,
collective effort.
we
We
our people don't do that. So
No.
I know.
Mm-mm.
I know. I'm right now.
we-
It's a bunch of hot air probably coming out my mouth. Or
Yeah.
speaking on this shit.
we
That's
had
all
our
it is.
we
Yeah.
had our chance when the whole Kaepernick thing
Yeah.
went down, and we just watched football. I know me and you stopped.
Yeah, I had stopped.
I stopped, and then
You know what I mean?
when the shit when nothing really popped off, I was like, well, what the hell am I boycotting
Yeah.
this for?
Yeah.
It's
I
it's
like
the
this
same.
sport.
It's the same as black people marching. Marching
Right.
doesn't do
Do
anything.
anything.
Mm-mm.
Like
Doesn't do
Jay
anything.
said, and I
Just-
always say this. You gotta hit somebody in their pockets before you
Yeah.
get results, because
You
then they
got
want to
to.
talk to you.
Right.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jay, what can we do to get this problem resolved
Right.
so I can
Right.
get
So I can make money.
Exactly.
So I can get my coke and whore. I mean, excuse me, sir. I mean,
Oh, that was craft. That was craft.
excuse me.
Right.
So I can get
Yeah.
my money.
It's really just it's pathetic, man. And I forgot there was
Without a doubt.
something
Without a doubt.
about this Rooney Rule. We had a discussion on this
Oh,
on
the Rooney Rule?
Facebook in our group. Yeah, the fact that I think our boy Eric was saying to
It's
this
just
to the
ridiculous. That's a
it's
ridiculous
like
rule.
it is that, but he was like, well, it says that teams did what they had to do as far as interviewing.
Right.
certain
Yeah.
It doesn't
You know what
lead
that
to a
is?
job.
This
There's no pathway to a job. And
Exactly.
he's correct
You
on
know
that.
what I'm
I've
saying?
said that before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Rooney Rule is just something in place to protect the owners from doing
Mhm.
what they do.
Yeah, but
Right.
this is every job though. This is
Yeah.
every business.
You're right,
Equal.
Jay.
It's an equal. All these companies are equal opportunity employers, right?
Mhm.
Equal opportunity just means that you have an opportunity to
Mhm.
possibly get the job. That don't mean
Right.
they gotta hire you.
Right. So Jay, why and Dave and why do we when you fill out a job application, they always ask for your race and your sex
Of course.
Mhm. Yeah.
and your sexual preference? Why?
Mhm.
Why is
Sexual
that there?
preference. Do they do that now?
Well,
Yeah,
they
ask,
yeah.
Why
ask
does it
those
matter?
things, Jay.
Well, they'll ask how would you like us to refer to you? What pronoun do you
Mhm.
want on you?
Yeah.
I
Why?
say why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Refer to
You
me as
interested?
why.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, you know, what my wife always says, here orange, here apple.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, here you go. This is what you need right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, here you go. It's nothing. That's basically what it is. This is
Yeah.
nothing. We just trying to show that we're doing something. It's just
Right.
like this whole diversity and inclusion committee. That shit is all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Right.
Everything
Yeah.
to me is bullshit.
I
I
think
want
that
to
is
bring for the
Eric.
show. No, no. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It kills me, man. It really kills me.
Yeah.
It's just not. You know, they do something just to do it, but they don't follow through with it.
Right.
And
There's
with the
not.
whole thing, and it's not by accident because
Of
when
course
they
not.
do these things, they know that brothers like us, people who can think for ourselves, we're going to
Right.
be instantly turned off from it. So when they start talking diversity and inclusivity and all that stuff, I know we're going to hear the okie doke. So then I don't really want to hear anything that else that they have to say because I know it's not real.
Right.
It's
You know,
not.
it's talk, and
Right.
then so when they talk about we're forming an exploratory committee to look at the practices
Right.
and such, that's not really saying anything
Right.
because there's nothing substantial.
Right.
It's all just fluff.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
then
that's
they can say
Eric.
Huh?
It is Eric.
Oh, okay.
That's the comment.
Oh, okay.
But it's true. So we hear it. We're old enough and been doing this a long time that we hear BS. We know BS when we hear it.
Right.
Mm.
But now,
You know,
but what happens is, you know, I think that a lot of people become desensitized, you know,
absolutely they
and
do.
it's like you just like, oh, we'll just go along with it because ain't nothing gonna happen anyway.
Right.
Right.
Rather than just taking it by the bull by the horns and saying, you know, or the
Mhm.
bulls
Yeah.
and saying, nah, this is the way you got to get it done, because that's the only way you're gonna get it done. But the problem
Right.
is that not everybody's on that same page. People are scared to lose their job. They're scared to do this.
Yeah.
They're scared to be,
Okay.
you know,
Right.
everybody's scared of something. But it's like we only live once. That's how we know. Why can't we live happy
Which is a great
and equal?
segue. I don't know if you're going to go to it yet, but you know, Brian Flores.
Right.
I
Well,
mean,
Never ran, never will.
that's right, and I got nothing but respect for it.
well, listen.
Oh,
let me
tremendous,
hold you. Let me
tremendous
hold you
respect.
guys up for a second.
Oh,
We got Carl. Carl is joining us. Your mic is live, brother.
Carl, my man, my
What's
All
up,
brother.
right.
Carl?
You
Gentlemen,
know,
what's up?
What's
What's
good?
up?
What's
What's
going
up,
on?
Carl?
Thank you for joining
What's
us.
good? What's good? Yeah, I'm just gonna let y'all keep going, but he called it out right there. Brian Flores never ran, never will. You know where he from.
Word. Word.
But also, let me add, with that being said,
Uh-oh.
I'm have to, me personally, I'm have to cut out, but y'all keep it going. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I should
All right.
cut out too, but I'm not.
Oh, no,
I'll
don't
keep
cut
it
out, Jay. Don't cut
Nah,
out.
nah,
I got
I'm staying.
you staying. All right, my
Good
bad.
to see you, bro. You looking good, man.
Thank you, brother. Good to
That's
see
right,
you.
brother.
Well, good to hear you because I don't
Yeah,
see you.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it's all,
Right,
it's
You
all
right.
see the
good,
white
man.
circle?
I'm
That's
looking
right
like
there.
I'm looking like Buju Banton. I'll be ready for y'all next time.
You stupid. That's us
All
right
right,
there. We the
y'all.
white circle, man.
That's
Peace
right.
We the white
out.
circle.
Buju
All right,
Banton.
Refer to me as white circle. All right.
But yeah, what do you guys think about what's going on with the Brian Flores situation and how he's conducted business and the things he's done to sort of put the bullseye on the NFL and their owners?
Like I always said,
okay.
documentation
Mhm.
is key. So as long as he
Yeah.
has documentation,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even say it's going to be a win because it's always an uphill battle, especially if you're a minority in this country.
Right.
But I think it's a good start. It's a good start.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. I'm rooting for him. It took how many years for somebody to really come out and really do something, and I think I'm hoping that this is the time is now, and it really makes a difference. And I hope everything just blows to smithereens.
I want to circle back to something that you mentioned earlier about with Flores stepping up and about people losing their jobs and they're afraid. That's it within itself, is that
Right.
if you get people to step up, this is a class action suit. The way he
Correct.
sued, he's left the opening for other people to
Yes.
join on to the suit.
Right.
So other people will be like it kind of makes you wonder. Like you look at Bieniemy and Leftwich and people like that, and it's kind of like, okay, are you willing to stick your neck out there? Because first of all, you're dynamic at what you do, right? And you deserve an opportunity.
Right.
So to me, if you are in the capacity that you're in currently and you jump onto that suit, you know, from a head coaching perspective, because the proof is there in the data that they've been passed over
Right.
and all the boy wonders that they're trying to hire. So if these guys suddenly get fired or blackballed, because like Pac said, it's all eyes on me. If they were to join that class action and the enemy stays as the OC, and say Raheem Morris is in Bowles or in Tampa or whatever the case may be, and then all of a sudden next year you ready to fire these dudes, like to me it's like you turning that light on and the roaches are gonna all be scary.
Right.
You know, so I'm just waiting to see if there's anybody that's just gonna be, you know, down for it, like Brian Flores is. You know, because he had a lot of. Think about it, he's 40, man. That's like,
Yeah.
you know, he still had like 25 years left to coach.
Yeah, at least. Yeah. No, absolutely, without a doubt. And that's the thing. All these guys going to have the same type of balls or cojones as Brian Flores. And
I mean,
to risk it all.
For me, what sticks out is none of his peers. I haven't heard any of his peers say, "Oh man, that's crazy." Like you talking crazy. No, they may not be saying anything, but there's not any dissenters to say.
A few people jumped out, like Marvin Lewis, and I think somebody else also said that there are a lot of sham interviews where they know they're not getting the job.
But what David was saying, he's saying people like nobody's come out saying like, "Yo, he bugging."
Right.
You know, like usually you can find that one that's gonna tap dance out there and say this, that, and the other, and we haven't seen that. You know,
right.
Well, we did have Tiki Barber come out and say,
"Come on, man,
He said no. The Giants was good to me. They ain't never did nothing wrong. And I was at Mara's deathbed, and I shook Boss's hand.
Tiki is
Stupid.
closer aligned with them than he is with us. So
Right.
I'm not even going to count him
Right.
because he's one of them that he'll jump out there to defend the status quo.
Boss is sick.
Yeah,
Tiki,
exactly.
Tiki is
Exactly.
homeboy in life.
Yes.
With his eyes, his
Yep.
eyes are this
Yep,
wide.
he's homeboy from
Yep.
life that kept talking about come out there and go, y'all go to sleep.
Yeah.
You know, got work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm watching them, boss. I'm
But
watching.
I will say to this that when someone like Brian Flores takes such a public leap like that, we've got to defend him.
Yep.
We've got to support him
Of course.
because to the point made earlier is he may never get a job after this, but
Not a head coaching job.
not a head coach, right, in the NFL, but he might open that door for other people. He might take the hit on this so that other people can be successful. I think of like somebody like in the 60s, a Kurt Flood.
Yep.
He was ostracized.
Yep.
He took and I mean he was a good player. This isn't some washed up player, but he took that hit, but others benefited from it, and that may be the case with Brian Flores. I would hope that if he doesn't get anything else in the NFL, maybe he does wind up at an HBCU.
See, that's where you were going with my train of thought with Marvin, because Marvin, I'm sorry, it wasn't Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson was talking about it.
Yeah, he was.
And he made an excellent point. He was like, listen, he said, this guy stuck his neck out. He said, but we want to create an atmosphere or even a cushion where it's like, look, he said, you see how these cats, like, I'm gonna just throw, names out there, Saban, these guys go there and they get exalted status and they coach to wherever they feel like it. He said, come on here to this HBCU.
Yeah.
He said, build that legacy.
Right.
And he said he would love to be sitting there coaching against this guy 10 years from now, 15 years from now. And then you drawing other players that would have gone to these other schools.
Right.
And guess what? You're going to prove that people can coach on that level and they'll get the opportunity.
Right.
They should.
And we see
what
Deion is doing with his program and how outspoken he is and the legacy he's building and the brand he's building. I'm all in support.
I'm gonna tell you
what he's doing.
Just real quick. And I tell you this. I think what Brian Flores is doing is revolutionary.
Yes.
And he's a true revolutionary hero in every regard. And I know this is just football. A lot of people may look at it like it's just football, but he's really doing he's doing what people have done for many years. They've died for their people.
Right.
So people can get ahead. And what he did was he committed professional suicide for in some regard, where he may not get another job coaching at all, maybe at a HBCU, but not in the NFL.
And then think about this. He might have looked at it as a zero-sum game because he might have been like, yo, you know what? See how they doing me? Am I gonna sit here and just take this? I might get another job. I might not. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, yo, I'm just bringing everybody to the line. I'm going all in.
Right.
And
let me just say this.
Be mad at that.
What Eric on Facebook? He's kind of like leaning to what I was about to say. So I think about we've had legendary coaches in the HBCUs. Was it Eddie Robinson?
Yes, some players
and Grambling, but they didn't compete with those bigger name schools, traditional white schools. I see it what Deion is doing, and if we can build off of that to where the HBCUs are seriously competing with these larger universities, and we can get behind that, then someone like a Brian Flores or another Hugh Jackson or somebody else has an option and decides, I'm going to take my talent to that HBCU because now it's no longer looked at as a second class or second tier program. So because if the NFL is, I think I saw them say 75% players of color. What if they went to those HBCUs? The money will follow them.
Exactly.
What do they say about
But let me
basketball?
say this,
That
fellas.
TV stuff, and
They're talking about basketball too.
Yes.
Let me say this. Already, Dion has poached a few players
Florida
from
State.
big name programs.
Yep.
And no, a HBCU at this point cannot pay a coach what they pay Michigan, what they pay Ohio State, what they pay Alabama. But that's our fault because I didn't go to a HBCU, and I don't know if any of you have, but
no, I wish I had, but no.
How many friends do we have who've gone to HBCUs? How many family members do we have that have gone to HBCUs?
That's what I work with.
How many friends and family members do we have in fraternities and sororities from HBCUs? We don't take our money and invest back, which is what the people at a Michigan or Ohio State or Alabama do.
Of course,
they have boosters and they have legacies and people.
And Mac, they had one of the, I can't recall where I saw it, but it was one of the athletic directors that gave an interview, and it might be at Grambling, and he talked about how he and Hugh have those conversations about reaching out to alumni and people like that. But I kind of feel like the money may not be there yet. But if you can attract the talent and raise the overall quality, the money's going to come in. Because what you're going to start looking at is the quality of play will improve. And then the quality of players you're seeing is going to improve. And then what's going to happen is one of these teams is going to play them and they're going to get handed their business. And then that's going to be it. It's going to be on and popping.
But I'm going to tell you this too, just going out what Max said. You got a lot of professionals, lawyers, doctors, financial executives that actually went to HBCUs, right? They're making money. Are they putting it back in? The same people that are putting money into these Michigans and Ohio States, they're lawyers, doctors, they're executives also. So why can't it happen on the HBCU level?
Also to Carl's point, I think it was Carl talking, that talent, if the talent goes there, then the TV revenue, because Michigan, Ohio State, all those schools, they get on TV because that's where the top talent is.
Of course,
nobody wants to see a school that sucks. So you get that talent and you start feeding that into these HBCUs, then that TV revenue is going to follow. And to Mac's point, one of them puts together a team that knocks off Alabama or Ohio State or one of those things. All of a sudden now, because the money, they're not looking at black or white. They're looking at how can we get paid? How can we jump in on this so that we can capitalize on this?
Well, like Eric says, I agree with him. Talent won't go without a top tier program that can lead to the draft. We understand that, Eric, and that's always going to be the choice of a person. Where are you taking my brand? If I go to Michigan, I'm going to be on TV every week. Absolutely. If I go to Grambling, I'm gonna be on BET and Aspire. which their sports is about. Their sports quality is about this big.
But Mac, you also got to look at it too with the talent pool. Though you might get that kid that goes to Bama, right? And think about it, he would start anywhere else in the country, but he gonna sit there and be third string and hope somebody get hurt, right? Because think about how some of these cats they get drafted and they be like, oh, well, he played behind such and such, and then think about how the bust that come out of there. So some of these kids like that go to these other schools. I honestly believe, it's about marketing and talent.
And the other thing is, I can't speak so much for the NFL, but basketball definitely, they go all over the globe to find talent. So half the league now wasn't born in the United States.
Right.
Start.
Yeah.
I mean,
do y'all see what's happening
for Africa?
Right.
NBA
I was getting ready to
Africa.
say the Toronto GM. What he's done is he's built a bridge to Africa, and we see more and more players in the NBA who are from Africa.
Yeah.
We see a lot of players who are of color from other countries. There's a few players from France who are black. There's a few players from Australia who are black. So
you got the Greek Freak.
Right. Right.
You know, and so you got two brothers. So
basketball is global. The NFL isn't.
Right.
It's somewhat, but it's not there yet.
Right. But I think if we can get it to the point where ultimately, if talent is being built up, and like I said, the NFL may not be a good example for it in its present state, but if we're talking about the power of HBCUs, and we're talking about basketball per se, baseball has done this for years. They build academies all over the globe. They find the talent wherever it is, and so the big name schools may not even be relevant in the future.
Well, they have the academies right now. You know, it's just that they're targeting these big schools. That's the thing. So you have like IMG Academy, right? IMG Academy, the average kid, it's in Florida. The headquarters in Florida. Average kid ain't from Florida.
Nope.
No.
You know what I'm saying? They recruit from all over.
And you're right. I get the point about the NFL being different. You know, that's why I said NFL may be a poor example of it.
Listen, but it's an old boy network. It moves like a dinosaur. They still in a lot of ways socially are very behind the NFL, the NBA, and
100%, way behind. But the point, the bigger point that I was making is that just the HBCUs alone, if the talent is there, they're going to be found. It's not, yes, right now, Bama will get you exposure. Michigan, Notre Dame, some of these other schools will get you that exposure. But if that talent starts to stream into those HBCUs, they're not going to be missed. They're going to come all over the place. They're going to see them. And to match your point, before I stop, your point, I agree with is that you go to Bama and be third string and wait for somebody to get hurt, or you go somewhere like Dion. Everybody knows Dion. You flourish in Dion's program, and they're going to find you.
Yep.
Right.
And I just wanted to jump in with this about the about HBCUs. I mean, all these brothers didn't go there, but this just speaks to your talent. Who the heck knew who Jerry Rice was?
Yeah.
Who the heck knew who Walter Payton was?
Right.
Yep.
Who knew who Terrell Owens was? You know what I'm saying? And these guys had talent to play at big D1 schools, right? So tell me it ain't a bunch of them cats that would actually be serving it up at an HBCU. Cats like that just don't get the opportunity. Like it's a Warren Moon sitting somewhere that they won't tell him he got to go to Canada and play.
No, I agree.
Excellent point.
Without a doubt.
Eric said they were discovered by scouts.
That's hilarious.
But to Eric's point,
we know what scout found them.
Right. As it pertains to basketball,
he's right about that. Yeah, Eric is right.
Some of the HBCUs play against the top tier D1 schools in basketball. In fact, some of the HBCUs have been in the tournament.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they
Hampton.
Right. And they might be lower seeded because of who they play against and how big they are, but it's a difference than in the NFL.
And
Yeah.
isn't
Oh, without
Coppin
a doubt.
State? Isn't
College.
Coppin State when they knocked off Virginia a few years back in Coppin
Yes.
State HBCU?
Mhm.
So but think about this: how like if you could just get that one recruit that could come and change, your program's fortunes. But it's the one and done now, man. So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
like,
it's
how do
different.
you really build that?
Yeah, but like basketball, comparing basketball with football is like apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because you can, like with basketball, you could get that one or two. Football, you need that entire
Oh yeah,
program. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And it's just
Yeah, I'm just looking at ways to build these programs to make them, top options.
Money.
Yeah,
like Eric said, money.
Money.
Lots of money.
And
money, which
supporting.
money, but we have money. It's where do we spend our dollars?
There you go. Where we choose to
Right.
spend it.
Look, we have from entertainment and business, we have so many people, like I had said earlier, who went to HBCUs. And I can't speak for everybody because I don't know their financial situation. But are they giving back money to their school?
I don't
Like,
I don't know where Steve Harvey went, but he's always repping Q.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Is Diddy
not
giving
even that.
back to Howard?
But not even that. HBCU, right? HBCU. What about the black fraternities? Just because you didn't go to that school, like,
Yep.
say
That's what
Shaq,
I'm
whatever,
saying.
you're a Q.
Yeah.
You can still get back to the HBCU.
Right.
Absolutely.
Look at what Dr. Dre did. He took money. He didn't donate it to He didn't donate any money to a HBCU, and I can't knock him because it's his money.
Right.
He donated money to USC.
Right.
Because they need it. SC needs the money. They're in the hood.
That's what I was about to say. Because they're in the
Yeah. They not UCLA. SC is definitely in the hood.
Yep.
It's only $40,000 a year to go there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They need that money.
All the people from the old Inglewood went there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not gentrified Inglewood.
Eric, we know Dre didn't go to college. Dre probably didn't finish high school, but
he got a wing named after him, though.
And he got to call himself doctor.
Doctor, that's right. But then think about, you got
honorary graduate.
Players stepping up. Chris Paul has done the thing for the HBCUs, putting his name out there, even though he went to Wake. He's like, yo, this is important. Right. And that's what you need. You need guys to kind of throw their weight behind it.
You need that platform.
And, it's funny. I kind of envision myself in the league, and I said, them dudes would be like, this dude get on my nerves, because I'd be like, yo, man, you got it, because we got per diem every city we go to. That ain't coming out your pocket.
Right.
You got food, you got everything. You got. You're not spending no money. You got
endorsements.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, you got it.
Well, it's interesting. I think if anything, the time is right. To look at that.
They don't have the capital, but they do, though, if they pull it together.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, what's 100,000? What's 100,000 to someone that's making millions of dollars?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like us losing a quarter.
Right.
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 And for them, think about it. They finding things to spend money on, so they ain't got to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
That's why with some of these NFL owners, you wonder why they stuck in neutral and reverse. They be like, winning? What are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
No, Paul, they are winning. If you saw their bank account, you would know they are winning.
Right. They're playing a different game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like look at
like Trump.
No, not Trump.
I'm just saying. But look what he
look
did.
at Jacksonville's owner.
Jacksonville owner?
Yeah, he's a man of color. He's a billionaire. There's nothing in Jacksonville really, except for that football team and maybe college football.
Oh, Jacksonville actually built up now.
They came up, Mark. I got some relatives there. It ain't like tumbleweed rolling down the street like it used to be.
They got the financial. Right. They got a financial district.
So he's in a niche market. There's other owners like I would say Cleveland's owner. He don't really care about winning.
I don't think so.
It's rabid Cleveland fans. He does not care
Yeah.
about winning. Who fill that stadium every week.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've had this discussion with other sports.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd like to see what happens. I support the brother, and
Yeah, I just want to see
I
something
respect.
good. Yeah, I just want to see something good happen.
Nothing but respect. I'm just really hoping that as this plays out, and like you said, really big. What's really big, Dave, is you mentioned how no one's come out sideways.
Yeah.
Saying
Mhm.
anything like Tiki Barber. The drop squad can come pick Tiki up. We know what Tiki all
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So
The drop squad.
when it hasn't been anybody else that said anything that's sideways, and to me, I think that's a good thing because they know what time it is. They may not be able to want to put their name to it yet, but we don't know
Right.
what's going behind the
Right.
scenes,
Right.
So,
Right.
but like I said, all you can say is much respect to that brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I saw him somewhere, I'd be like, "Yo, man, where you want to eat? Where you want to drink? Come by the
Right.
crib. I'll make you something to eat."
Right. You hungry?
Word.
Yeah. Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about, or we can shut it down for tonight?
No, I think we could. Baseball is still trying to figure out what they're doing with themselves.
What's going on?
Right.
Yeah, and I didn't hear anybody talk about, but I know that they are going with the universal DH now.
Yeah, I was gonna talk about it tomorrow, but
Okay,
we can talk about it tomorrow.
Well, no, yeah, we can talk about it tomorrow. I was, I just throw my hat in there and say, I'm a National League guy, but I'm okay with it. I think it's time.
Well, listen, I think I saw an article, David, where DeGrom said the reason why he's hurt is because of swinging, and some of the other
Swings too
pitchers
hard,
have said
yeah.
some of the other pitchers have said so also. And I had to go, you're an athlete.
Yeah.
Tom Seaver had to hit.
Yeah, they all did.
Nolan Ryan had to hit when he was in the National League. He didn't get hurt. These guys are more brittle than.
Yeah, well, that's another conversation. They really are. I don't understand that because back when they were when these guys were little league and high school ball, a lot of times the pitcher was the best.
Was the best player.
Yeah.
Right.
He pitched one day and played the outfield the next, and DeGrom was a shortstop coming up.
Yes, he was.
So I don't buy that, but I like it in terms of I look at the makeup of my team, the Mets, and
they need a DH.
Exactly 100%, 100%. So that's why I in the past couple of years I've been a lot more open to it because they've had guys that don't have a position, but you can sure use their bat in the lineup.
Right.
And
let me ask you this, David. Cano is coming back, so he can't. I don't see him playing the field anymore. And from what I've been reading, he's slated to be one of the DHs, J.D. Davis and Dom Smith when they're not playing in the field.
So you're gonna have 3 left-handed DHs?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's another problem. Is Cano 50 yet?
He's close to it.
He's gotta be.
Man, they need to cut his bad contract.
So let me ask you guys this though. I just want to pose this question since you're on the DH for universal DH. Now, do you think we need to rethink what the success levels are from a pitcher in terms of earned run average and things like that? Like if you have maybe a 3 earned run average or maybe like a little over 3, between 3 and 4, is that good now because you pitching to all of these dudes that are 1 through 9?
You're gonna see more of it, but even in the National League with interleague play, when you're in the American League ballpark, you face the DH too. So it's not as stark as it was. Difference between the leagues. There's a lot of crossover now, but I think that they might look at what the numbers are with American League pitchers versus National League pitchers in the past, and maybe try to round it off to something.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, you guys remember back in the day when we were younger and we really, really watched baseball. Dave still watches more baseball than I do. And Carl does as well. An exceptional pitcher had a ERA under 3 and was like a 2.7. His ERA was around 2.7. He was an exceptional pitcher.
Yeah.
A good pitcher was around 3.1, 320.
Mm-hmm.
A mediocre pitcher, 340, 350. A bad pitcher, 4.
4. Mm-hmm.
With how baseball is now, if your ERA is around 3.3, you're a really exceptional pitcher.
You're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if it's at 4, you're good.
And what's funny, your ERA's at 4, and you only pitching 5 innings.
That was the thing I was going to get to too.
Extrapolate that. What would your ERA be?
Yeah, right.
I wanted to ask y'all with all the analytics that baseball has, right? With all the analytics, why do you all manage the same and coach the same? Y'all play station. Everybody plays station to station baseball, waiting for a home run.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what it's going to do, though? When you really look at it, right? When you watch some of those teams, it'll be that continued success. And then one of those teams that have to win, like somebody like Tampa is going to have to win it, because when you watch how they play, that's why they give the Yankees so many problems, because they play baseball. The Yankees sitting around picking their nose, waiting for somebody to hit a 3-run homer. And these dudes are catching the ball, hitting the ball, stealing the base.
Yeah.
And then you still sitting up there wondering why, these guys are giving you the business, because they're playing baseball. You playing video games,
Yeah, that's it right there.
Right. And then you gas out your bullpen because you use them for 1 inning today. You use them for 1 inning tomorrow, and you use them for 1 inning the next day.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 guys, you use all of them.
Well,
3 days in a row.
Think about it, Mac. That bullpen mismanagement has cost that team that I was just talking about that plays really good baseball, Tampa Bay, probably a championship. Because Cash was Captain Hook. You're like, dude, what you doing?
Right.
Like, I think it was Snell that was mowing the people down. And he told him, like, dude, what are you doing? Like, it's like, did you hit your daughter and you found out? Like, or your wife? Like, how you go yank the dude then? Like, he was dealing. And then it's like they're sitting there and they got a manual that goes, oh, I got to take him out now. Like with Aaron Boone. Like, see, I don't like Boone, but I'll say I'm biased and unfair because we truly don't really know what kind of manager he is.
Right.
Because sometimes when I watch him, you can tell he's just making the moves because the analytics are saying that's the moves.
Well, here's the point to that too. I would say, because I think today, and this goes across the board with all sports, there's too much media. And this is what I mean, is that they've got to answer to so many people. So it's so much easier, I think, to say, well, the book said, or the analytics said.
Well, it's too much analytics.
Yeah, but
specifically in baseball.
But what I'm saying is, if you have a less than creative manager, who is afraid to take these risks because he knows he's got to answer to everybody the next day, and they're going to be talking about him on all the different sports shows and stuff like that. Sometimes I think that out of fear or whatever, they say, well, we looked at the analytics and the analytics said this and that, because they feel that it takes it a little bit off of them. I mean, we don't have the managers like, when we grew up, you had Lasorda, you had Earl Weaver, you had guys that were not afraid to answer these questions. And nowadays, they got to answer to everybody.
And it's funny, Dave, when you see that, because think about this: when any of those managers, the great ones that you mentioned, like Earl always managed in Baltimore, but when you had a cat like Sparky Anderson that went to the Tigers, what happened? Tigers hadn't won in forever. You know,
Turn them around.
and you see the difference that makes. But what they keep looking for, I think, also too, is that this is also where general managers and owners may come into play. They don't want to pay managers. They're interchangeable. So we have a formula.
Yes,
You
I
know,
was about to say it's formulaic.
we got a formula, and our formula is going to work. And all we need you to do is pull that lever and push that button when we tell you to do it.
But let me answer Eric. But Eric, when it comes to baseball and basketball, it's a playbook now because the analytic guy is telling you, well, you know, chances are this is going to happen, so you should do this and you should do that, and they do it, and then they wind up losing.
Yeah.
Or something unfortunate happens.
At the end of the game, sometimes unless you play with them, the analytics would tell you Dennis Johnson and Robert Horry had no business taking the last shot of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Listen, I had
DJ will be he'd be like 1 for 9, and he will bank the shot in to beat you.
Hey, yo, I gotta call it. Love y'all.
No problem.
Good talking.
All right, Jeff.
Like me and Carl have played ball together forever. If I know a guy can't make a shot, I'm not gonna have him take a shot.
Yeah.
And with this stuff that they do in baseball, it's really not right.
Yeah.
With basketball, they had that thing called the true shooting percentage. I got in an argument with a guy, and he said such and such is a true shooting percentage leader, Danny Green. So I said, so you trying to tell me that he should be an option in your offense? And he was like, he's an outlier. I'm like, no. He does what he does. He's a good 3-point shooter.
He maximizes his opportunities playing off people. You know, and that's the difference. Like, you know, I know a lot of people are taught when they get into that debate about, you know, Jordan and LeBron and Kobe. And I keep telling you, man, look at Jordan's shooting percentages. Look at what he was doing all over the court, and still as a guard shooting close to 50%. You know, so it's like I don't know, man. It's almost at the point, man. We gonna be those old get off my lawn men.
Listen, analytics has a place. Carl, when you played in tournaments, you looked at your shot chart, right?
Yeah.
You looked to see where you hit from.
Yeah.
And where you didn't hit from, and you stayed away from where you didn't hit from.
Yeah.
That's simple analytics.
Right.
This other stuff, how many times he dribbled the ball from point A to point B in X amount of seconds, nobody cares about that. And a basketball player shouldn't worry about that. Because
as long
basketball is a dance.
As long as human beings are playing the sport, and then I want the human element to remain.
Right.
I do too.
Listen, analytics has a place, but also the eye test.
That's right.
Analytics can't tell me if somebody's tired. Analytics can't tell me if somebody's angry, because somebody angry might play better or worse.
Yeah. I had a situation several years ago. I was assistant coach on a girls softball team, high school. And we were playing Transit Tech, and they had this girl. She was a beast. I mean, this girl, home run hitter, and we had a pitcher who had no speed, but she consistently threw strikes. And on certain levels of girls softball, if you get somebody that get over the plate, you know, then you go with her. So in this case, close game, previous at bat, she just missed her pitch. And so I knew that she was going to be anxious the next time up. So it might have been bases loaded, whatever. She was the difference between us winning and losing. And my boy who was head coach, he was like, so it wasn't bases loaded because he wanted to pitch around her. And I said, no. I said, there you go. I said, listen, pitch to her. She's going to be over anxious. because, and I said she's going to overswing and she's going to pop it up. She said, "All right,
Looks
sure?"
good on you. Mhm.
I like it. It looks good. It looks
Thanks,
good.
bro.
So what did he do? We pitched to the girl. She overswung. She popped it up to the third baseman. We won the game. It was a gut call
Right.
because I watched how she approached just missing it the last time, and she knew she could time this girl, and she knew that she could hit her, but I knew that she was frustrated from the previous at bat.
There you go.
Right. Right.
And that's that human element you're talking about.
Analytics said put her on.
Yep.
But I use psychology and thinking because I played and I know when I had a guy that just missed my pitch on him and I knew he was consistently throwing that same, I was gonna be a little jumpy in there and I had to calm myself down. And I didn't think that she knew how to do that. And sure enough, she popped it right up to the third baseman, and my boy turned around and looked at me. I said, just a feeling. Now I could have been wrong. She could have smacked the hell out of it, but I came away looking like a genius on that play because I read her body language and I remembered what happened the previous play, the previous at bat.
Right. So, analytics can't tell you the human element. It can only give you
exactly.
It can only give you an equation.
Like an equation or a computed outcome. You know,
exactly. So, like I said, as long as if I'm playing a video game, it's different. But as long as humans are involved, there's that human element, and I want that to remain part of the game. It makes it a lot more interesting.
Baseball has lost it. Basketball hasn't lost it, but it's lost it.
Hey Mac, remember back? I think I said this a long time ago. I think it might have been 10 or so years ago. Remember when I said basketball can't hit the 15-footer? Like I said, it's just no in between. Guys are just hoisting threes, or just going to the rack, and then that whole in between game. Like I look at certain guys that were really good in the 80s, and they would just be murdering people now, not necessarily having to shoot threes, living at the foul line. I look at Fat Lever, Alex English, like
Mitch
Pervin
Richmond.
Short. They would be murdering people these days. You know
how you look up, they got all these players because it wasn't flashy. They wasn't
exactly. It was just a consistency.
I work in a high school. You walk into a high school gym and watch these kids play, and you could tell that they play a lot of 2K, and they watch a lot of
highlights.
Highlights, exactly. Because everybody look Steph Curry, what he's done, but he goes in that gym and he works on that. He doesn't just walk in there and say, "I'm just going to shoot threes." He puts in so much hours on it. These kids, they walk in there, everything is trying to cross over somebody, and then they don't finish, and then or taking really bad shots when the easy shot is right there for them. They don't know that in between game.
Yeah, and Dave, what makes Steph that outlier is that, think about it, he's a legacy.
Yes,
his dad was a shooter, and he's been around the game since. You ever see when they show those flashback
commercials? Yep.
And how little he was.
Yep,
shooting.
Absolutely.
You know,
somebody said if Durant wins, he's still going to owe it to a Curry. He can't win without a Curry.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's funny where that's concerned, because I think they really helped each other out in the sense that Steph was Steph, but they probably got another one or two that they wouldn't have got without KD. Because
absolutely.
KD just got. Think about it. You got one of the best top 3 players in the game to take all those shots that Harrison Barnes was missing.
Yeah.
And before they got him, Draymond Green was taking 12, 13 shots a game. He don't need to do that.
You don't need to do
think
that.
about it.
So when KD came, he didn't have to take 12, 13 shots. He took like 8.
I was in Atlanta a few years ago when KD first came to the Warriors, and I went to see the Warriors and the Hawks, and it was just so easy for him. Like
Yeah.
watching him play in person, it was my boy, and I realized it's just too easy. It's just too
Like-
easy. Sometimes you see him in person, you realize how damn good they are.
Yep.
I gotta send y'all a video on Bernard King. Y'all know Bernard King's one of my favorites.
Yep.
Bernard King said he had so many ways to attack people. And he said I had this spot, that spot,
Yeah.
here, there. And he just how he broke down his way of scoring and where he scored and how he scored. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, BK was the truth, man.
Yeah.
Cause BK get on that wing and he looked like somebody was pushing him in the back the way he was going to the basket.
Yep.
And then not even that, he'll get there and then pull up on that baseline, and that was money. It was like the ball would just leave his hand and it was in the basket.
I remember back they Run DMC, and I'm from Hollis, and I remember they used to like freestyle and stuff, and there used to be this something bing bong bing, something like that, baseline turnaround like Bernard King. It was like they just threw it in there because that was Bernard was just a scoring machine.
Man.
Yeah.
Another Nick faux pas, not bringing him back for you, and he still worked out after that.
Right. You remember? Did you ever see that what was it, the Bernie and Ernie show, or the Ernie and Bernie? That documentary. Listen, fellas, I'm a sign off.
Me too, man. Always a pleasure talking to you, brothers, man.
It's finally great to put a face to the text.
Yeah, Dave, I was on once before, but it's the same dude. It just wasn't the beard and the hair.
Oh, okay.
Fellas, mid-March, some of us are gonna get together in Jersey. I'll let y'all know.
Oh, let me know. Definitely.
Sounds good, brother. All right, I'm signing off, brothers.
All right, bro. All right, Mac. Take care. Good night. Call. Peace. All right.
Yo, this was In the Paint. We had I'm back. Mac 611 in the house. He been gone for a minute, but I'm back. And great show. When y'all get a chance, subscribe to the YouTube channel In the Paint Media Group. Follow us on Twitter. You see it on the ticker below. And I want to thank y'all for rocking with us tonight. And this is In the Paint. It's the realest show in sports. We'll be back probably tomorrow. Peace.